Hello everyone, my name is Danae Diaz and I will be speaking on the Federal Emergency Management Agency's Public Assistance Grant Program. To begin, we're going to delve into what the Public Assistance Grant Program is. According to FEMA, this program is designed to be a financial resource for different governmental organizations after a disaster has occurred. The key detail with this is that the disaster has had to have left substantial damage that exceeds what localized governments can handle. Another key detail in receiving any money at all is that it must be done after there has been a disaster declared by the President. This program is not available to citizens to apply for. However, FEMA does have a similar program for those affected to apply to called individual assistance. So you're probably wondering, how does this relate to emergency management? This program is vital in cases of huge disasters, especially in places that may not be as prepared. For example, if Wyoming got hit with a major hurricane, some places may not be well equipped in building standards in comparison to those of Florida. Thus, the PAG program would assist with those and with the response and recovery to pre-disaster standards and, if necessary, better standards. A little background on the Public Assistance Grant Program is that it originally began as the Disaster Relief Act of 1974, which was essentially a document listing the process of a presidential declaration and how funding and aid would be allocated. It was amended close to 15 years later, and on November 23, 1988, the Robert T. Stafford Act was in place. The Stafford Act essentially describes and promotes emergency preparedness plans. So, who is eligible for the PAG program and what kind of service does it offer? This PAG program is only available to states, tribal governments, U.S. territories, and private nonprofit organizations. Like previously mentioned, this does not apply to citizens of the area affected. There are two types of categories: emergency work and permanent work. Emergency work is service that needs to be done as soon as possible, and permanent work is work that needs to be fixed permanently as a means for the public. The chart on the slide breaks down the types of work for each category. The PAG program is used in the areas affected by the disaster. However, it typically only applies to public access areas that are the city's property. The PAG program is made possible through a disaster relief fund. The following chart explains the roles for everyone involved in the request and receiving assistance through the PAG program. The areas and agencies' only way to obtain funding from the program is to coordinate with local and state government to provide necessary documentation and essentially create an overview of everything that needs to be recovered or fixed post-disaster. The state then files an applicant briefing and request for assistance form to gather all the necessary money to be put towards these projects. Once FEMA has gotten the necessary information, they collaborate with all agencies involved at various levels and begin the approval process of the funding. They also provide technical assistance during this time. Overall, there are many details and procedures that go into gaining access to the Public Assistance Grant Program. For more information, my works cited and/or sources are in the description box below.